What's up, party people in the place to be? So, this is my review of the chocolate twin paddle G096 8.5 14 wheelbase, supposedly symmetrical. Is it? I'm not sure. What I will say is, right as I stood on it, I knew right away it wasn't symmetrical. It was kind of like nagging me in the back of my head. It didn't feel like the nose and the tail were weighted the same. It didn't feel like the shape was the same. There was something off about it. Did it prevent me from enjoying the board? Absolutely not. I liked the nose, I liked the tail, but I wanted to be able to run it symmetrically by like crooked grind shove to crooked grind shove and not worry about where the front of the board was. So I wasn't able to do that. I kept having to shove it back so that it was going the right way. I treated the top of the graphic where the C was on this chocolate as the nose and the end of the word as the tail. The pop was great, the board was great. What I did like was I liked the wheelbase. It sits at 14, it's a bit tight. I really did enjoy this. I think if I was doing a like slappy only setup, this would be a good one for me and I'd feel really good about it. I think the only thing that really bummed me out was that it wasn't symmetrical like it said. Now, caveat to all that, I have not actually measured it myself. This is all based on me. I've been skating for like 31 years. I've been looking at boards for like that long. My experience was that when I looked at this board, it felt off. There was something going on that this board was not symmetrical. Did I enjoy it? I loved it. Would I ride it again? Only if it was for slappies only. And if I was gonna skate ledges or something like that, I really wouldn't wanna skate this. I actually am finding that the tight wheelbase of 14, as someone who's close to 6 foot tall and 215 pounds, size 12 shoes, this is a little too tight of a wheelbase for me at 14. Do I think you'll enjoy this board? I think anyone who rides this board, who wants to ride a good slappy board, would really enjoy this board. I also think it's good for someone who maybe they're a little more lenient than I am. It's very close to symmetrical, and I'm sure there's some people who can just, you know, get over it, right? They just don't notice it. But for me, it really did get under my skin, and I kept having to figure out which is the nose and which is the tail. And I hate marks on grip tape, so I like refuse to like put an X or any type of design on a grip tape. So it was close enough in like a symmetrical way that I had a hard time telling which was the nose and the tail, but I could tell when I was doing the tricks. I could tell as I was heading up to the curb or the ledge or whatever I was doing. I think a wheelbase of just a 1/4 inch more will serve me really well when I'm skating more ledges and maybe even some more transition. So do I think you should ride it? I think you should. It's a great one. If you're looking for something with a 14-inch wheelbase that's also 8.5 wide, this is a great option. And with Crailtap sales they do every 3 months, 2 boards for $80 plus grip. Shipping ends up being about $90. You can't beat the price. Just tell them which ones you want. They don't give it to you every single time, but most of the time they fulfill exactly what you want. If you want the smaller version of this, I believe it's G069. So you don't get to choose the graphic. They send you whatever graphic you want. You can choose girl or chocolate. I don't particularly care which one because they're the same wood, and I don't care about the design. Without further ado, let's check it out. We got a girl board, Corey Kennedy, 8.5, and it looks like it's the G039 shape. It's a 14 1/4 wheelbase, and it's got a 6.8 inch nose, which I like, a bit of a more bubbly nose, and a 6.5 inch tail. So I really like the dimensions on this guy. It's probably going to be the one we set up. And then on this guy, we got a chocolate, and this one is also an 8.5, but its shape is the G033, and its wheelbase is 14 1/4. With these shapes, you can always see kind of what the nose and tail dimensions are from the top of the board. Offhand, I'm just enjoying like a little bit of like maybe a larger nose and like a medium tail. This one actually looks kind of squared off at the bottom too. I don't know if you can see that. So this chocolate here has a bit of a squared off tail. See that? You can kind of tell the difference in it. The chocolate's got about a straight edge right here. So we'll go with the girl. I'm gonna go ahead and set this one up, and I'll go ahead and give you my first impressions next slappy session, which might be this afternoon. They always send you grip with it. And the last 4 times I've done this sail, I've got pepper, favorite grip tape, nothing comes close. Once you get it all lined up, just like that, this is the trick. You always want to be pulling towards yourself. You never want to be pushing. You never want to do it piecemeal. You just want to pull. So you find your little spot right here, nick it in real nice, grab that piece of grip tape and just be pulling towards yourself the whole time. Right here like this. So just keep pulling it. Be really sweet to it. You know it's your buddy. Boom. Perfect grip. Not a frayed edge. Nothing. Looks good. Good job, Eddie. And that's it. Perfectly gripped board. I'm going to throw these Ace AF166 with the Spitfire OG Classics on this board and then go skate some curbs. Let's go slap some curbs. What's up, party people, and the place to be? We made it to the curb spot that I'm skating out here by my grandma's. We're going to try out the G096. It's an 8.5. I'm excited to skate this board. It's not symmetrical. I don't think symmetrical boards are for me, besides the eggs. I just haven't found a popsicle shaped symmetrical that works for how I want to skate. But yeah, we're at the red curb spot, so I'm gonna wax it up and I'll give you my first impressions of this board. I mean, just looking at it, it's got a little bit of a bigger nose, smaller tail, 8.5. Looks really good. Let's see how it goes. Check out this curb I got going. Not too shabby. You know, I gotta warm up on that first try nose slide. Who would I be if I wasn't nose sliding everything? So I got the nose slide down pretty good. I think this curb's ready for, maybe I'll try nose slide crooks next. Just to kind of like jump back into the board a little bit faster, not treat it so gently. Got in at the seam, so keep trying. All right, nose slide crooks, I did exactly what I held it for a while, so I'll keep that. And yeah, I'm gonna do a few more slappy tricks and then gonna start trying a little flat ground, see how the board feels flipping it. All right, I've been messing around on this board with some slaps. Now it's time for some flat ground. I think that's where my last board, although I was able to get a lot of good flat ground tricks, it kind of fell flat for me because it felt like the wheelbase actually did me more harm because I had a hard time turning like 180 tricks and catching them because I felt like my feet were like squished together. Whereas this one, just that 1/4 of an inch feels really good. So I guess we'll do a couple tests and see. All right, let's just like, I mean, I'm warmed up, so let's just get right into it. I'll try kickflip test, see how the kickflip feels. I'll just do like 3. Normally I can tell if a board feels good by like 3 kickflips, if I'm gonna like it or not. If it's wheelbase is too big or too short, or the tail's too big, or the nose is too big, I can tell like pretty quickly. So I'm gonna give this a shot. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it flick felt good. Maybe I need to find a better place to do this kickflip. There's like cracks everywhere. I'm being a baby. Oh no. Oh. All right, this is becoming problematic. I'm gonna move my camera and my board and do it over here. Oh, that felt good. There, finally. So what, that took like 10 tries to feel good? The extra 1/4 of an inch, actually I could feel it on the flip trick, like the kick flip. That plus the grip tape kind of was shooting my board forward. So I'm trying to make an adjustment to bring my foot back a little bit, because on this wider wheelbase, I'm finding that I have to flick a little bit less. I guess it feels a little bit less than I did with the shorter wheelbase. Shorter wheelbase, I felt like I could like karate kick those kick flips and they would just like pop right up to my foot. But I didn't really like that. It made for like a harder flick for me. So I'm just figuring out the adjustment. The real tell is gonna be the nollie flip. That's like my favorite trick on the planet. So, I mean, better now than never to start trying those. So, all right, I guess we'll jump right into nollie flip. First try. Haha, nope. Oh. So, nollie flip felt really good. I'm liking the shape a lot. Right out of the box, feels really good. Do I like it more than the Chris Roberts twin tail, or twin paddle as they call it, G096? Yes, I like it more. I think that extra 1/4 of an inch wheelbase, because I'm taller, really affects like my flip tricks. And although the kick flip was a little bit harder to get, which makes sense because kick flips and I aren't like the best of friends, but the nollie flip felt really good. Granted, nollie flip is like the trick that like if you were like $1 million, what trick will you do first try? It's probably gonna be a nollie flip for me. So most boards feel really good with the nollie flip, but this one especially feels good. So G039, you're good. If you stuck around this long, hey, like and subscribe. I'm glad you're out there. I just do this for fun. It's something that's on my mind anyway, so I might as well put it out there and talk about it. And if someone likes it, sick. If they don't, my mom watches, my dad used to watch, my grandpa used to watch. That's all I ever needed, those kind of fans. But if you're out there, thanks a ton. It means more than you know. This year's been tough for me already, but skating always helps. It's the best way I know how to deal with tragedy. So I wish you all the best. Drink some water. Have a great day. Until next time.